Joseph Parker and Derek Chisora had a fight on the zone. Very tough fight. Very back and forth. Derek Chisora, halfway through it, is dead tired. Dead tired. He took some shots from Parker. Parker's a warrior. Parker looked in great shape, pretty good shape, and looked bigger than he did in previous fights. So he's definitely been putting on some weight. And it doesn't seem to be bad weight. Like look like he's a little thicker, got bigger shoulders. He's coming after Chisora, but at the same time he's boxing. So that's his style. We know he can do that. He's done that his whole career for the most part. Has a tendency to box, but at can times get aggressive and want to throw punches and get in the mix of things. But he seemed to want to do that a little bit more this time. I think he wanted to have a definitive win over Chisora this time in their second fight. It was a definitive win, but it was definitely not an easy win. It wasn't he just didn't run him over. There were moments when Parker got rocked and he was looking like he was in some spots to be knocked out himself, but he weathered the storm. Then he comes back, and then Chisora comes back and he weathers the storm. There's a whole lot. It was a whole lot of back and forth, but ultimately I think Parker boxed well enough and got the points basically. The knock on Chisora is always that he's not the most skilled. He's got heart. He's tough. All of that. He has no lack of ambition in there when in terms of his heart, but he just doesn't have a game plan that wins him fights. Doesn't have a solid set of weapons or tactics that he follows that wins him fights. He's a fan favorite, for his toughness and grit, but you don't win fights with toughness and grit all the time. You got to have technique and skill. You got to have something that will rise above challenges, and he didn't do that against Parker. So obviously he didn't get the win. So, but good fight for Parker. Good comeback. Haven't been in the ring for a little while. But good fight. Good for the heavyweight division to have another guy out there still, former champion out there to be talked about. So perhaps, he has a good fight with some other good contender, maybe him and Andy Ruiz, or him and Frank Sanchez. There's a lot. The heavyweight division is pretty rich right now, and it's compelling, especially with the Usyk situation that go over there against Anthony Joshua and a potential fight with Tyson Fury. There's so many things happening. I think 2022 is gonna have some big fights. We maybe even Wilder, right? Maybe Parker and Wilder. That could be Wilder doesn't retire, so it'd be interesting to see what comes out of this. I can't, Parker's a good heavyweight. I feel like he's probably one of the dark horses in the division that probably doesn't get his just due for what he brings to the table in a fight. But I think he's got the right mix of, boxer, puncher, good footwork, but maybe just doesn't have that edge, that killer edge at the end at times. So let's see what happens, man. So let me know what you guys think of that fight, what you saw. What did you think of it? What's next? So peace.